5 mistakes that I made as a beginner climber. These are in no particular order, but number 1 is jumping from the top instead of climbing down. I've gotten some pretty serious ankle injuries from jumping from the top. Especially because you're landing on a mat, it's the easiest way to roll an ankle or hyperextend something. I mean, they do have the down climb holds there for a reason. Also, if you're a super new beginner, you might not know this, but you can use any type of hold to help yourself get down. Climbing down is the best way to avoid injury. And trust me, you do not want to be like me and injure yourself from something silly like jumping from the top. Mistake number 2, bending my arms when I climb instead of straightening them out. Bending and flexing your arms the entire time you climb is the easiest way to tire yourself out, especially for cave routes. Do you see how much my muscles are tensing when I'm doing this? I'm exerting way too much effort than I really need to and getting my arms super pumped. The best way to have more endurance when you climb is to extend your arms out so that you're not tensing them the entire time. This relaxed arm position is super helpful, especially for longer climbs. I didn't realize how much of a significant difference it made. I always thought it was because I was too weak, but it's a simple technique that can really help you when you climb. This way you can really save your energy and only bend your arms when you really need to or when you need to get closer to another hold. This is part 3, and I would never give myself enough rest time in between climbs. As much as I would like to keep trying a move over and over again, I have to give myself enough time to rest in between. Now I usually give myself 5 to 10 minutes in between really difficult climbs. Otherwise, you're just wasting your energy and you'll get pumped super quick. I also like to go to the climbing gym frequently throughout the week, but I quickly learned that I need to go at least every other day. So one day I go climbing, the next day is my rest day, and then I can go climbing the following day. This gives me a great amount of recovery time. And it's also great to give my muscles and tendons a rest to avoid injury. Mistake is not taking proper care of your climbing shoes. Now, as a beginner, I'm sure you're like, what does that even mean? It means keeping your shoes smelling clean and looking clean. One thing I like to use is this powder. I love this brand. It's an odor eliminating powder. What I like about this is that it's a spray bottle and it's much easier to use instead of accidentally pouring too much powder in your shoes. This helps to keep your shoes dry and smelling good, especially on those hotter days when your feet start to get really sweaty. Also, another tip, do not leave your shoes in the car, especially if it's out in the sun. They will start to smell so bad. Taking care of your climbing shoes will just help them last longer and so you can get the most out of your purchase. There's also ways to get your shoes resoled in case there's holes in them, which I would recommend if you don't want to buy a new shoe. Now, piggybacking off my first video of not jumping from the top, mistake number 5 is not learning how to fall correctly. Yes, there is a correct way to fall, and they do teach you this at most gyms. Instead of trying to stick the landing and falling directly on your feet, you should be doing something called T-Rex turtle roll. Not exactly sure if this is the best way to describe it, but this is the best visual that I can give. You're going to want to tuck your arms in like a T-Rex, tuck your chin in to your chest like a turtle, and then roll on your back. That way when you fall, you can have equal distribution of your weight instead of putting all that pressure on your ankles. In my opinion, it's still good to down climb when you can, but in the case that you do fall, you're less likely to be injured if you fall correctly.